Hey everyone and welcome back to the channel. I hope you all guys are doing amazing as always, and it's me Joe as always, and today I want to talk about vampire movies. I absolutely adore vampire horror. I love vampires. I think they're super cool, and especially when they are in a horror movie. I think that's, just really cool, and I can't wait to see Nosferatu in December. That movie from Robert Eggers, the upcoming Nosferatu movie, looks absolutely awesome, and I cannot wait for that. But today I want to talk about a vampire movie that's been forgotten, even though this movie was released last year. So it's kind of insane. Like, nobody talked about this movie, and it is such an awesome and scary, actually scary vampire movie. Now, the movie that I'm talking about is called The Last Voyage of the Demeter. Now, this movie is basically based on just one chapter of the original Dracula book, and it's about the ship that goes from Bulgaria to London, and obviously in the cargo there's Dracula in there, right? So that's what this movie is about. It's about the ship and how it sails from Varna, Bulgaria to London, right? And obviously, Dracula is killing people off. And this movie is really cool. It tells story of this guy called Clemens, and he's a doctor, and he's also a black guy. And being a black guy in the 19th century probably wasn't the easiest thing, right? So, the sailors are sort of kind of racist towards him a little bit, and but he needs to get from Bulgaria to London quickly. So again, he goes, to this ship, and he goes with the crew to England, right? And the cargo is just like 24 just wooden crates, and it's not supposed to be anything special or interesting or something that would be scary. Like, you don't expect that. It's just like wooden crates. Like, there's nothing scary about that at all. But one of those wooden crates, in there is Dracula himself, right? And there's this sort of plot twist where you basically have, all of a sudden, on board, this girl just appears there out of nowhere, and it's basically explained that she essentially got herself on the boat because she wanted to escape from Bulgaria and she wanted to go to London. So she basically just got on the boat with the cargo, and because she's from Bulgaria, she knows a lot about vampires, right? So she sort of delivers the lore to the crew, and she's sort of the one that has the most knowledge about Dracula, and about like who he is, like what he does, and how you can sort of defeat him in a way. So what's also really cool is that this movie sort of feels like The Thing from John Carpenter, where this basically the Dracula, if he bites you, you sort of turn into a vampire, and obviously you can die if a direct sunlight is shining at you. So there are some moments, and I don't want to spoil this movie. I don't want to talk about the deaths or whatever, because there are just some very cool surprises. I'm just gonna say that. And I really enjoyed all the kills in the movie. They are really great. Now, what I also like about this movie is how comfy it feels. And I know that it's a weird thing, but honestly, I always wanted to be a pirate. Ever since I was little, always wanted to be a pirate, And so actually having this movie, it all takes place on this one ship, and it's so well shot. It looks realistic, and honestly, the budget for this movie was kind of low. It was like 30 to 40 million, but everything looks so good in this movie. Like, there are some green screen shots and whatnot, but it all looks real, and it all looks pretty damn good. So, that actually makes me really happy. And again, I always wanted to be a pirate, even though there are no pirates in this movie. You have the ship, you have the sailors, they're singing, and it's good time. It's comfy, like, I love movies like that, So it's a really comfy movie, and also what I really do like is the atmosphere. The atmosphere on this ship is just so cool. It's just so mysterious. It's foggy. It's the waves are just like blasting the ship it's really cool. I really enjoy that, you know? You don't get many horror movies where, you know, you have this sort of setting, like, you know, a boat that's sailing from some place to another. I mean, you have like Jason Takes Manhattan, which actually takes place. It's Friday the 13th Part 8. Jason Takes Manhattan, where, you know, he goes in a boat. He goes from Crystal Lake to Manhattan, right? But that movie is awful, terrible. This movie is really good. And the last thing that I want to talk about is Dracula himself. He's actually scary, and he's not just a monster. You know, from the trailer, it may appear that he's just a monster, but he can actually talk, and he actually talks in the movie. And again, he's super creepy, he's really disgusting, and it's a Dracula that's actually scary, you know, and I really enjoy that. So yeah, that's The Last Voyage of the Demeter, a very underrated movie that came out last year, but you know, many people just don't know about this movie, and I really like the concept, I really like the story, I really like the characters, and the overall vibe is really cool, and it's comfy, and it's just great, you know? It's a great watch. I highly recommend you guys to watch Last Voyage of the Demeter. It's really cool. It's a cool movie. Anyway, guys, that's it for today. Thank you so much, as always, for watching. I'll see you next time. Take care, and bye.